Can I break my 21k PB of 1 hour 18? I trained for 6 weeks for the Garmin Half Marathon, and as you know from my previous video, I'm in the best shape of my life.
Wow, one new record. Fastest 10k, 34:32.
Just 5 days ago. And this half marathon was my last race of the year, so I had time to focus on it, train well and taper well, and I felt ready on race morning. So I thought my 1 hour 18 PB was ready to get destroyed today. Because I did that PB when my 10k was still above 36 minutes. So I thought for this race, a 1:16 was realistic and not too overly ambitious. And I also was mentally ready to dig deep to get it. By the way, thanks Amino Vital for sponsoring my race slot.
So keep smiling.
As the gun went off, as usual, the two Gurkhas and a Kenyan runner went to the front immediately. Then it was Henry, Richard and me. I planned to go full gas from the start, just like what I did for my 1:18 PB. However, it didn't feel full gas to me. It was a fast but still comfortable pace, around 10 seconds per k slower than my 10k PB. So that's exactly what I thought I could hold for 21k. My first k was done in 3:34 per k and it felt surprisingly comfortable. It felt way easier from how I started the 1:18 personal best, because in that race I knew I was gonna blow up since the start. After we crossed the Helix Bridge, unfortunately the lead biker went the wrong way and he took us under the Helix Bridge towards the F1 pit building. And the F1 infrastructure is still there, so the entire path was blocked. I think the whole competitive wave was there. So we lost about 1 to 2 minutes because of that hiccup. And even though I saw the course map and I also cycled the exact path that morning while going to the race site, but at that point of time I just followed the guys in front of me. So everyone was confused, even the lead biker. We all kind of stopped for a while, looked at each other under the bridge, and that's when I remembered I should have turned right instead of left. And when I watched the footage again, there wasn't any sign telling us to turn right.
Turn around, turn around.
So I ran in front the right way and I took the lead for 1 or 2 minutes. The Gurkhas and the Kenyan overtook me soon enough. And then after that, Richard and Henry caught me and we were running together. Yeah, if only I went the correct way, I would have led the race for a little bit longer. And more importantly, save a lot of energy. So that was our slowest kilometer so far, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. Then the next camp, it was back to 3:38s. Early in the race, I was doing well, I felt comfortable, and it felt easier than my 1:18 PB. Now 7k's were done and it's 1/3 of the way finished. Unfortunately, my legs just froze and my 8 kilometer went down to 3:50 per k. In fact, I couldn't really feel my arms as well. It was a really weird feeling. Then I was quickly overtaken by the next group. I recognized some runners in that group whom I raced with and I beat during my 1:18 PB. I was slowing down more and more. I got to the point that I even wanted to walk even before 10k. My first 10k was in 37:20 something. It was just a good training pace, but I was feeling terrible. By the way, to qualify for the competitive field, you need to run 90 minutes and below. But I'm not sure what the qualifying time is for the women. It's quite a cool experience being in the competitive field. We could put our bags in the VIP room and we could walk straight to the front of the start line. We also got a post-race meal. During my 1:18 PB, I started at a pace I knew I was gonna blow up. This time the pace felt easy and comfortable and I thought I could bring it to the finish. I don't think it was a fitness or nutrition issue because blowing up at 7 or 8k is just way too early. So it sounds like something I did incorrectly during race morning. Maybe it could be the lack of sleep because the race started at 5:30. I guess we all didn't have enough sleep. That's when I remembered a workout that I failed recently where I didn't have enough sleep the night before. I was watching Reacher until 4 AM. So sleep could just be one of the reasons, but I think the larger reason could be maybe I just didn't warm up enough and I was actually running on cold legs, because that's the kind of feeling I got where my body just froze. And also it could be the 3 little hills, the Helix Bridge below Nickel Highway and Nickel Highway itself, because when you go to a hill you tend to push more and I was really pushing quite hard, and if you go just a little bit above your threshold, blood lactate starts to spike up and it's gonna be a lot painful. Perhaps it's a combination of those 3 reasons why I flatted out early. After the far turnaround at East Coast Park, the first female runner overtook me, and seeing my watch above 4 minutes per k splits really mentally defeated me, and I thought of just slowing down to the jog or walking the rest of the way. And I also thought Fiona was gonna come out and catch me soon, just like she did in Challenge Malaysia. And also I thought I was gonna get last in the competitive field, so that was the only things that kept me going, and I told myself to slow down as much as possible but just don't walk.
Say hi.
Just 2 weeks ago, I was still chatting and smiling at the end of a 16k straight training run at 3:45 per k. I recorded this footage using the Insta360 Go 3S, and I could have sworn I captured the finish, but I recorded after the finish line instead. It's the first race I tried using this camera. Just a mini review, it's already the lightest camera in this form factor, and I prefer something lighter. I mean, they can even fit a camera into the Meta Ray-Ban glasses, so I don't know why these kind of cameras are still so huge. And as you can see, the quality at night is worse than the Ray-Ban Metas. However, the Ray-Ban Metas only record in vertical video, so not the best for YouTube.
Now I'm all alone, doing about 4:10 pace only, because I feel like walking already. Since 10 km ago, I'm just slowing down. Beautiful weather though. Heart rate is at 182. It's like my body haven't woke up yet. My legs, arms, my arms feel it as well. I just couldn't move. Now I'm just surviving the last 1k, barely. I don't feel my legs at all.
I came in 14 and my time was 1 hour 25 minutes. And if you exclude the part where we turned the wrong way, it could have been 122 or 123. Strava says that's an average pace of 3:59. So this really isn't my day. In fact, the week before, I did a full 30k at 3:59 per k as well. And it was a negative split as well. If you did the race, I hope your race was much better than mine. I still have to be thankful that at 125, this would have been a solid effort for me just 2 years ago when my PB was only 122. So let's imagine that I didn't blow up. Where would I have stood? If I had gotten my realistic result of 116, I would have gotten third without going the wrong way at the start. But since everyone else also went the wrong way, I think I would have come in around Henry and Wykid's time, and I probably cannot outkick Wykid at the line, so I would have come in around 6. That's where I think my current fitness is at. But most importantly, I came with 1 Amino Vita Gel and took home 4. I don't have any more races this year. My next race is gonna be the local Meta Sprint Series next year. The off season is starting soon. See you in the next video.